What is up, a fin of fans? Just got out of work. That's why we're in the car. You can't tell, but I got my nice shirt on underneath my hoodie. Trade deadline came and passed. Only one to make a move today. Of course, the Miami Dolphins. Make a big move, huge move, blockbuster move. No, not really, but let's break down the move. The Miami Dolphins trade for Aqib Talib. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why? He's 33 years old. Hasn't really done much since 2016. He's on IR. He's not available till week 15. And he's got 1 year left. After this year, he's a free agent. Why in the God graces would the Miami Dolphins trade for this guy when it doesn't make sense? This is why. The Miami Dolphins get Aqib Talib and the Rams' 5th round pick. What do we send to the Rams? We send them our 7th in 2022. So essentially what this is this is a basketball move. And if you don't know what it means by that, essentially the Dolphins, it's kind of like with Brock Osweiler being traded to the Browns, right? The Texans gave the Browns a certain pick to eat up the cap space. The Rams need some cap space to be eaten up. So essentially they are sending Aqib Talib and a 5th round pick to the Miami Dolphins, and the Miami Dolphins are going to eat $4.2 million of Aqib Talib's contract, because we have about $29 million in cap space right now. So we're like, you know what? We'll pay you $4.2 million to have the rights to Aqib Talib right now and give us your 5th round pick. So they were like, sure. Now, that necessarily doesn't mean that the Miami Dolphins won't re-sign him or bring him back maybe next year in some capacity. They don't have to. Again, this is all essentially, we want a 5th round pick from you guys and you don't want to have all that money. We're going to make the little switcheroo with you. But it doesn't mean that the Dolphins won't try to bring Aqib Talib back. He does have some familiarity with Graham, with the defense, with Flores, with his time being on the New England Patriots. So there's that move. So now, real quick, I just want to give you guys a quick update on what our 2020 draft picks look like. We have 14. This is with the 2 comp picks we're going to get with Wake and Juwan James, but we have 14 draft picks. We have 3 first rounders, 2 second rounders. If you don't know what the other second rounder is, it's from the Saints when they took our second rounder. 2 second rounders. We only have 1 third rounder, and you might be saying to yourself, but wait, what about the comp pick? Juwan James hasn't been playing much this season. I think he's played about 2 games, and there's some stupid rule out there, which I honestly hate, and I think it's stupid. I think it's unfair that he needed to play a certain amount of time for the Dolphins to get higher comp pick. That shouldn't be the way it is. The Broncos gave him the huge contract. They did what they did. It should be sealed as soon as the season starts, as soon as the contract's made, it should be sealed and done that the Miami Dolphins get a 3rd comp pick because Juwan James signed this huge contract to play right tackle for the Denver Broncos. That's not the case. He needed to have some playing time. Essentially, the Dolphins are getting a little bit screwed by the NFL right now. So it's not a 3rd anymore. Now what they're saying is going to be a 4th round pick, which the Dolphins have 1 4th round pick, which is the comp pick. 3 5th round picks. 3 5th round picks. We have the Wake comp pick, now the Aqib Talib pick, and we get a 5th from the Mika Fitzpatrick trades. We got a 1st and a 5th, and I think we gave him our 6th next in 2021. Then we have 3 6th round picks. We have the Kenyon Drake trade, which then eventually could potentially become a 5th. So we might go from having 3 6 to 4 5ths and 2 6. It's so confusing. But right now we have 3 6, Drake, Quinn, and the Boehm trade, 3 6, and we have 1 7 from Lucas, the trade for Jordan Lucas to the Kansas City Chiefs. But again, it can go from having 3 5ths to 4 5ths and 2 6, because Drake's trade can potentially go back up to the 5th, and we get our 5th round pick back from the Arizona Cardinals. So this offseason coming up in 2020 is going to be very, very crazy for the Miami Dolphins. So if you haven't yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because you know your boy's going to be giving you prospect breakdown videos for each position, draft live stream, draft mock drafts, free agency, all this stuff. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. I got more to talk about. I'm not ending the video. Don't think I'm ending the video. I got more to talk about, but I'm just giving you guys a heads up that next year the Miami Dolphins are going to be super competitive and going to be shocking the world. All right, so that happened. Dolphins trade Aqib Talib. We have Aqib Talib, Rams 5th. We give the Rams our 2020 7th, essentially being like, all right, we'll eat $4.2 million and we want the 5th. Another thing that happened today, the Miami Dolphins take Xavier Howard and put him on injured reserve. He's done for the year. You might be thinking to yourself, Jesus, how bad was that injury yesterday that he's now done for the year? No ACL, MCL injuries. It was just a little bit of a tweak to his knee. But the way the Dolphins see it, and I kind of agree, there's no point in having this man go out there and prove that he is the elite corner he is. He was out there for, what, a half of a game, and he already had an interception, could have had 3 if one of them wasn't a pass interference and if he got his hands on the other one. Sit him down. There's no point in having him play the rest of the season. Shut him down, let that knee get to finally 100%, because he wasn't playing on it 100%. He wasn't even playing on 100% for the whole year. He's getting rushed back, even with Adam Gase, because he is that good of a corner that they want him back ASAP. Let him sit for the year. Let him get that knee 100%, so we have him the full year next year, going along with the other corner we're going to draft. It's going to be great. Great. So Howard is done for the year. I don't hate the move, love the move. Shut him down. There's no point in pushing the man. Another thing that happened is, unfortunately, tight end OLeary, the one who couldn't catch the ball flew up in the air, and Mika Fitzpatrick intercepted it. Essentially, that was the peaking to the downfall of the game yesterday. He was cut today. The Miami Dolphins cut him. Now, you could think of it as, well, he kind of screwed that up, so Flores doesn't want any mistakes. He doesn't want any screw-ups, so you're out. It could be it, but also Gesicki's playing ridiculous. Gesicki's really showing, and Smythe is playing really, really well. And then you have Cox, who's able to block on the run and stuff like that. So OLeary became expendable, and it just didn't help that he messed up. But I think it would have happened regardless, and by cutting him, that's what opened up the spot for the claimed cornerback Xavier Crawford. Xavier Crawford, the cornerback that we claimed from the Houston Texans. So that claim, the cut for OLeary, sticks him in there. I thought that the Drake trade was going to stick him in there, but no, that did. And one final thing I want to talk about today is Tankersley. So Kimdichie played a little bit yesterday. You didn't really notice him. He didn't do much. Again, he got winded, hasn't played football in a while, so he's going to take him a hot minute to come back. But Tankersley wants to come back. Tankersley says he's ready to come back. Tankersley is saying, come on, I'm good to go. The Miami Dolphins, Flores today in a press conference said that he hasn't made a decision yet on if Tankersley is going to be taken off the physically unable to perform list. He has until November 6th to do it. If he doesn't take Tankersley off of the physically unable to perform list by November 6th, Tankersley's done for the year. You're stuck on it for the year, and it is what it is. And we have some other guys potentially coming back from IR, short-term IR, Van Ginkel, a bunch of guys. Off the top of my dome, I can't really think of them right now, but we have a bunch of guys that can potentially come off of short-term IR. So that is something we should look at. That is something to look forward to. Again, first comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the Aqib Talib trade. Essentially, we paid them for a 5th and the rights to Aqib Talib right now. Comment below. Let me know what you think of that. All the draft picks we have. Again, I'm going to talk about Chris Grier and the guys he brought in to help him, but I've talked about in the past. Let me know about what you think about Xavier Howard being done for the year, put on IR, the release of OLeary. Let me know what you think of that. And do you guys want to see Tankersley come back? Do you want to see him get off the physically unable to perform list? Now, just the comment of the day. I don't have one, but I know a lot of you guys been asking me this question, and it does have to do with Flores, and it does have to do with the team in a whole, and it has to do with the tanking. It has. I'm so tired of addressing this, but a lot of people think that the Dolphins are tanking. A lot of people think that the second half adjustments are a prime example that the Dolphins are throwing these games and this and that. I just want to address it real quick. Now, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just telling you where I'm coming from and my feelings on what's going on with the second half adjustment. And for me, the second half adjustment is struggling because we have a young, inexperienced team right now. We don't have many vets on the team. Fitzpatrick, and if you even look at Baker, McMillan, all those guys, they're still 2-year vets. There's not many vets besides Fitz, Kilgore, even Jesse Davis is kind of a vet. But it's a lot of young, inexperienced guys. So you see it. Once we go up by scores, once we score a touchdown, once we get an interception, once things start happening, the young guys start to get pumped up and they start to play hard. Once we get hit with some adversity, once we get hit with the downfall, once we get knocked back a little bit, you see the inexperience and you see the young team take hold, and all of a sudden we struggle. Because if you look at the Bills game, the 2 turnovers went downhill. Yesterday's game, the interception and then the fumble by Wilton, downhill. You see it happening. And honestly, from my point of view, you could say I'm wrong, which, okay, everyone has their opinion, but from my point of view, I feel like that's where the struggles in the second half are coming from, because there's only so much that the coaches can instill, the coaches can try to game plan for if your players aren't executing. And it's because they're young and inexperienced. Again, this year, we knew what we were going into this year. And we knew that this is a rebuild year, and we knew that essentially this year what we're doing is we're going to look at what we got and see who we're going to keep and build from there. That's why Greer's still killing it, getting a 5th-round pick and the corner. Like, he's doing great, doing a really good job. But like I said, be sure to comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about my take on why we suck at halftime adjustments. Be sure to comment below. Also, be sure to check me out on Twitter. Twitter's below. Twitter's everywhere. It's at DouglieDoWrong if you need to find me anywhere. As soon as news breaks, especially all day today, I was tweeting out like crazy. So be sure to follow me on Twitter. Also, I comment in the community section. So if you go to the main page, you see a community tab. Click on it. You see all that stuff. And if you're on your phone, it's kind of in the stream of your subscription. So be sure to do that. Also, be sure to check out Dolphins Talk Sportscast. They're 2 great sites. I'm a part of both. Dolphins Talk has podcasts, articles, Dolphin YouTubers over there. Check that out. And Sportscast is a great live streaming site that I live stream simultaneously with YouTube. But also hit that subscribe button and hit the bell. Make sure it says all so you see when videos like this break, of breaking news, all that stuff. It's not so much breaking. It happened about 1 o'clock, but I don't get out of work till 5, so you get in it now. But other than that, I will see you guys Thursday with the picks video. Picking this week. Let's see if I keep the lead on my dad. But other than that, like usual, stay classy. Fins up.